as of the day of this video being uploaded, it is Valentine's Day tomorrow. So I figured doing a little facts video or history video would be pretty interesting. And then I found this article which has 50 facts about Valentine's Day and I skimmed through them, and they're pretty entertaining. Some of them are pretty funny, but also some of them are history based and equally interesting, and they appear to be corroborated by surveys and statistics, but as always you should probably take them with a pinch of salt. It's just a bit of fun, but they're more than likely true. So I really hope you find this video informative, entertaining and relaxing, of course. And I think without further ado, let's get into the facts. So we begin with 50 facts about Valentine's Day that you probably didn't know. So, fact number 1. Valentine's Day started with the Romans. There are two theories about the origin of Valentine's Day. Some believe the day derives from Lupercalia, a raucous Roman festival on February 15th, where men stripped naked and spanked young maidens in the hopes of increasing their fertility. The second theory is that while the Roman Emperor Claudius II was trying to bolster his army, he forbade young men to marry. In the spirit of love, Saint Valentine defied the ban and performed secret marriages. And for his disobedience, Valentine was executed on February 14th, around 270 AD. Valentine's Day was first declared a holiday by a pope. The holiday was later removed from the Roman calendar of saints. This was after the Second Vatican Council in 1969. Pope Paul IV decided to remove St. Valentine's Day from the calendar of major holidays, mostly because very little about the actual St. Valentine could be verified. Fact number 4 is the first Valentine's Day celebration occurred in Paris. Passing out Valentines is a 600-year-old tradition. Every year for Valentine's Day, an estimated 145 million cards are exchanged in the US alone. According to Hallmark, that is. Esther Howland is the first manufacturer of Valentines. Before Esther Howland commercialized Valentine's Day cards and became known as the mother of the American Valentine, Valentines in America were less romantic and more comical. You could once buy booklets devoted to writing Valentine's Day cards. Around the turn of the 19th century, those who struggled to come up with their own Valentine's messages could purchase Valentine writers, which were sixpenny pamphlets containing popular collections of pre-written love messages to be used as inspiration. An infamous king made Valentine's Day an official holiday. That was King Henry VIII. Vinegar valentines were used to deter suitors in Victorian England. Those who didn't want the attention of certain suitors would anonymously send vinegar valentines or penny dreadfuls, which would range from sassy to cruel and could be purchased to insult just about anyone in your life. English women believed various words onto the candy lozenges with a felt roller pad and vegetable food colouring. It took an additional 40 years for the conversational candies to become officially heart-shaped. Candy hearts weren't available in 2019. Interesting. And that's because in 2018, Nico declared bankruptcy. Unsurprisingly, Valentine's Day is one of the busiest days of the year for restaurants, second only to Mother's Day. Wearing your heart on your sleeve is more than just a phrase. In the Middle Ages, young men and women drew names to see who their Valentine would be, and they would wear the name pinned to their sleeve for 1 week, so that everyone would know their supposed true feelings. In Roman mythology, Cupid is the son of Venus, the goddess of love and beauty. He is often depicted with a bow and arrows to pierce hearts and cast a spell of love. Oh, that's the fact. Oh, fair enough. I thought I'd missed something there. It was a pretty obvious one. People consider pink and red the colours of love. According to the National Confectioners Association, around 65% of Americans believe that the packaging of Valentine's Day candies and chocolates should be red and pink. The heart shape wasn't always a romantic symbol. It was once widely believed to be humans' centre of memory, where feelings of love were recorded. However, we have French and Italian artists from the 14th century to thank for the symbol that we know and love today, as they were the first ones to start using this motif in their work. Fact number 20. Valentine's Day wasn't always a romantic holiday. February 14th wasn't associated with romantic love until the late 14th century, which is when Geoffrey Chaucer published the poem The Parliament of Fowls, in which he calls St. Valentine's Day the day when birds choose their mates. And from then on, people started considering the holiday a romantic one. Roses are the flower of love. According to a survey by the National Retail Federation, Americans spend $23.9 billion on Valentine's Day in 2022, the second highest year on record. The record was set in 2020, $27.4 billion. That is ridiculous. That can't be right, surely not. But I guess if you actually worked it out, a lot of men out there will be spending thousands and thousands. So yeah, maybe actually 27.4 billion is probably pretty spot on. Plus it was an official survey, so who am I to question? Men and women prefer candy to flowers, according to the National Confectioners Association. I mean, yeah, I'd argue you get more joy out of food than some petals that die after a week. A 2017 study by diamond retailer James Allen found that 43% of millennials chose Valentine's Day as their ideal day to propose or to accept a proposal. The chocolate box has been around for more than 140 years. Again, according to this National Confectioners Association, caramels are the most popular flavour in chocolate boxes, followed by chocolate-covered nuts. Interesting. Experimental gifts are on the rise. In 2017, 40% of consumers told the National Retail Federation only 49% of adults surveyed said they're not celebrating the Day of Love. That was in 2019. It's not just for humans is the title of this next fact apparently. People really do love their pets because according to the National Retail Federation, 27% of people celebrating Valentine's Day in 2020 said they were also buying gifts for their pets. Your chocolates in America probably come from the West Coast, as California is the state with the largest number of chocolate makers. Most Valentine's Day roses are imported, mostly from Colombia. I mean, these are American facts, so don't really pertain to me, but still interesting nonetheless, still interesting. Valentine's Day has become a beloved spin-off holiday. Valentine's Day may have originally been a holiday made up by geniuses behind the hit TV show Parks and Recreation. Amazing show. But that doesn't mean it's not totally real. According to the National Retail Federation, Valentine's Day gifts for friends accounted for 7% of the total spending in 2020. According to Teleflora, roses account for nearly half of all Valentine's Day flower sales. According to the Society of American Florists, Valentine's Day accounts for 30% of all holiday flower purchases, beating out Christmas, Mother's Day and Thanksgiving. The tradition of sending flowers was started by a king from Sweden. Women are statistically more likely to treat themselves than men are on Valentine's Day. Teachers are the #1 recipient of Valentines. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just important that teachers aren't sending Valentines to their students. In Japan, women do most of the gifting on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, or Gokuhaku, was first introduced to Japan in 1936 and has since become wildly popular. However, due to a translation error made by a chocolate company, only women buy chocolate and gifts for their sweethearts on February 14th. But don't worry, women get their turn to get spoiled. On March 14th, Japan celebrates White Day, which is when men buy gifts for their partners. Like Japan, Finland and Estonia also recognise Valentine's Day, but they do things a little bit differently. Known as, oh gosh, I'm really going to butcher this, so strap in. Ystävänpäivä, Ystävänpäivä in Finland and Soprabayev in Estonia. Both countries use the holiday as a friendship day or day of the friends, where they exchange cards and gifts not only with lovers but with friends and family members as well. I like that. In the Philippines, February 14th happens to be the most common wedding anniversary. Over the past decade, mass Valentine's Day marriages have become increasingly popular there, where hundreds of couples say I do at the same time. For Ghana, the day is all about chocolate. Interesting. Starting in 2007, February 14th has been known as National Chocolate Day in Ghana in order to promote the consumption of chocolate. Naming a day after it would probably do that. Jewellery is a pretty popular and pricey Valentine's Day gift. In a report from the National Retail Federation, Americans spent a whopping $4.1 billion on jewellery for their special someone for Valentine's Day 2021. still celebrating. Over a quarter of people who say they aren't celebrating Valentine's Day still plan to do something special, whether that's treating themselves, family, or a friend to do a little token of appreciation. There is a city in Texas called Valentine. There's more to wearing the colour red than you might think. The colour red has connotations of passion and sexuality, and it turns out science can actually back up those ideas. At the University of Rochester, psychologists found that men found women wearing red or standing in front of a red background to be significantly more attractive and sexually desirable than women wearing different colours. And it's not just women who are more attractive in red. The study found that women also had the same views as men who were sporting the colour. Interesting. Spotify revealed the most added songs to love-themed playlists. According to the music streaming platform, All of Me by John Legend is the most added song in love-themed playlists. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. It's also the top song choice on Spotify playlists called Valentine's Day for both men and women. Streams of the track, which was released in 2013, have spiked by at least 50% on Valentine's Day every year since. X's and O's didn't always mean kisses and hugs. It's believed that signing with an X comes from the Middle Ages, when an X was used in the place of a signature because many people couldn't read or write. It also was a Christian symbol that represented the cross, and the idea is that the history of Christians kissing statues of Christ or kissing the Bible led to X getting its meaning as a modern day kiss. People send thousands of Valentines each year to this fictional character. Every year on Valentine's Day, the city of Verona in Italy receives thousands of letters addressed to Juliet from Romeo and Juliet. Volunteers respond to each letter and award the Cara Giulietta, Dear Juliet prize to the author of the most romantic letter. I mean, that's quite wholesome, don't get me wrong, but who has? Do you not have to either be A, very bored, or B, very lonely to write a romantic letter to somebody that quite literally does not exist? But maybe I'm being a Scrooge. A very important patent was applied for on February 14th. On Valentine's Day in 1876, a then 29-year-old Alexander Graham Bell applied for his telephone patent, entitled An Improvement in Telegraphy. That same day, inventor Elisha Gray applied for a patent caveat for a similar invention from the same office, but Bell ended up receiving patent approval less than a month later. And finally, we have fact number 50. A very important invention was also introduced on Valentine's Day. A little over 50 years later, on February 14th, 1929, penicillin was introduced by a young bacteriologist named Sir Alexander Fleming, who discovered the mold time, me and my girlfriend, my fiance, we've never really been like huge Valentine's Day people. I think we usually just do a card, we don't do presents, and then just go out for a meal, but it's pretty low key, and we go out for a lot of meals anyway, so if you feel like letting me know how you celebrate Valentine's Day, then comment down below. And if you're really lonely, then I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep bringing up the lonely thing. It's making it sound like I myself am lonely. So I'll just I'll stop with that thread. But yeah, so hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you are able to, then please give it a like. And if you're new to the channel, then why not hit that subscribe button? But until the next video, everybody,